Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar Academy. Welcome to the session on 24/11/2022. So when we take the first issue, Home Ministry takes up with MEA influx of Kuki Chins to India. See guys, at the border of Mizoram, Bangladesh, we have some hills called as Chittagong Hills. In these Chittagong Hills, there are certain Christian communities called as Kukis and Chins. And unfortunately, these people are driven out of Bangladesh and they are entering into India. And in India, they are called as officially displaced persons, right? And these are very, very important issues because these migrants, when they enter into India, we don't call them as refugees, but we need to protect them. So India is trying to stop them, but at the border, BSF is allowing them, saying that they are refugees and they have been killed there. We must allow them on the humanitarian ground. So, MHA is looking into this particular issue. Yes, yesterday we spoke about election commissioner shouldn't be S man. So the Supreme Court is dealing with the chief election commissioner issue, guys. Now let me just tell you a little bit about this. See, there is a chief election commissioner, and along with him there will be two election commissioners. Now, what the governments do, government will first appoint an election commissioner, and that election commissioner will become chief election commissioner. So, central government says that when we appoint an election commissioner, we will appoint him in such a way that in future he is going to become a chief election commissioner. Now, his entire tenure will be for 6 years. You can't expect the chief election commissioner alone will be for 6 years. Now, if we look at the courts as well, even the Chief Justice of India will not be there for his complete tenure because of the age. So the same thing is happening with respect to election commissioner as well. So here, rather than talking about stability being provided through number of years, if they can discuss how to appoint a person, for example, you need to have a collegium where Chief Justice of India will be there or someone will be there. So they all will sit and decide who should be the next election commissioner, so that he just don't say yes. For example, today if you have CJI and if there is a case against prime minister, and if prime minister calls and talks, still the CJI has the authority to tell no, right? So here, how come CJI is so confident? Because he knows that he can't be removed easily. So the same thing applies for chief election commissioner, because the way the judges are removed, the same way the election commissioners are also removed. So guys, what I would tell you is, the concept will be going on, the fight will be going on, but today I want you to open the constitutional bodies topic, election commissioner topic. Try to see how he is appointed, how he is removed, what are all his roles and responsibilities. Along with that, you also try to look at Article 324 and what it says, guys. So that must be good enough for you to cover this issue. As of now, Scottish Parliament cannot hold poll for independence. Quote. So, guys, UK, when I say, it includes Britain, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. Now, the Scotland wants to get independence from UK. See, guys, the issue of Scotland was discussed before, and in 2014, when UK was discussing about Brexit, they also spoke about whether Scotland should be within UK or should it go out. And at that time, 55% of the Scottish people told we want to be with UK. But now the new party is trying to say at that time UK was part of European Union. See guys, I'll just tell some little bit facts here. European Union was actually started by Catholic community. Britain is normally Protestants. Whereas when we talk about Scotland and when we talk about Northern Ireland, they are also Catholics. So the Catholics of Scotland and Catholics of Northern Ireland want to be with European Union, whereas Britain, who has Protestant majority, wants to come out of European Union. So finally, Protestants won. But Scotland is threatening that we want to be with European Union, and if UK don't want to be there, then we want to come out of UK. So again the issue of Scotland has come up. But the court of UK has told that whether Scotland can be with UK or not should be decided by Parliament of UK and not by Scotland's High Court, is what it has tried to argue with. Nothing much. Now, fixing India's malnutrition problem. See, guys, here there are certain factual data. First, I just want you to know, yes, providing food security is different from providing malnutrition or nutritious food. So in India, we have 35.5% who were stunted, 19.3% has wasting, 32.1% are underweight. For this, Indian government has certain schemes like Poshan Abhiyan, but the money that is being spent is very, very less. And even though the money is spent, that is not used effectively because of the corruption and all that exists in midday meal schemes and all. So what is the alternative? Government is thinking of providing cash transfers. That is, money should be directly given to the account. But remember, whenever money is directly given to the account, at that time also, the people will not purchase nutritious food, but the people will purchase the food that they normally get or what they want to eat. And remember, malnutrition is not just a problem only in the poor community, it is also a problem in the rich community, which is a clear indication that there is some problem with the food habits which has led to these issues. Fine. So what I want you to write here is this facts case. 35.5% are stunted, 19.3% wasting, 32.1% underweight. Now, this is a very, very good article, guys. India's G-Force movement. So, as India is becoming a member of G20 or president of G20, what it tries to say is there are certain opportunities that India should use. The first opportunity it says is with the help of G20, IMF, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, and other things, India should aim to get more funds for climate infrastructure, which it calls it as Panchamrit goals. In COP26, Prime Minister Modi told that we have Panchamrit goals to reduce climate change, and this article says that we should get money for that. The second important thing it says is India is very good when it comes to digital things, and those digital things India should try to showcase to the world community and implement them at the world stage. And third, it says that India should use the agenda of South Asia, right, and try to ensure that India is also trying to become one of the global power, right? And most importantly, IMF, World Bank, United Nations Security Council, all these are not actually independent. Most of them are controlled by United States, and the structures are in such a way that it will benefit only those countries. So now these people have, or people are arguing that it is very, very important for us to, ensure that those structures are changed and India must become part of United Nations Security Council. And guys, they're talking about what we call as uh, tourists, right? So when they are talking about tourists, India should try to use this opportunity to expose our tourist destinations to all these countries. So these are the points he tries to say. I would request you people cut this article and keep, and try to make proper notes from that, all the 5 6 points that I told you. Yes. Trade talks with India not conditional on illegal migration, UK. See, guys, what is happening here? Uh, India and UK are going for a free trade agreement, but there are several Indians who have visited UK and their visa has expired and still they are staying in UK. So UK wants India to take them back because they are illegal migrants. But that discussion is not affecting free trade agreement is what they are trying to argue with. You see here, South China Sea Code of Conduct should align with international law. Yes, South China Sea is an area which is actually present in between Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, Brunei, all these areas. In this area, China says that the entire territory is mine. You see, I'll show you. South China Sea dispute. Now, when we look at this, yeah. Now, when this, you people can observe, there is this red color line which has been put by China. And this red color line is called as 9 dash line. You see, in this it would be clear. 9 dash line, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. And China says that this entire 9 dash line belongs to me and no one should enter into this region. But according to the international law, if your territory is here, closer to your territory 12 nautical miles is yours. But China is trying to take, entire area as theirs. So that's why Rajnath Singh, Korea, Japan and all are talking that China should respect it and they should try to follow the international law. So guys, more risk to rules based order from non-traditional threats. Non-traditional means, see, earlier traditional threats, I'll just explain. When one state is fighting against the another state, it is traditional. When Naxalites, Maoists take up arms and fight against the state, it is traditional. But when pirates, terrorists come keep bomb and go, they are all non-traditional. So we are all going through the rules. So there will be some rules. You cannot wage war in this manner. You should not use chemical weapons. You should not use biological weapons. So there are certain rules when it comes to rules based order. But this is being challenged by non-traditional security threat because those people won't follow the rules and they are going to trouble us. This is what the Navy is trying to be scared of. These are all Gujarat elections, guys. Not so important. Guys, all these articles are nothing much to write about, so I'm not dictating anything, but just have clarity of what is happening here. Yeah. So guys, fortunately, India stopped export of wheat and rice. The main reason for that was globally in some areas due to forest fires, Russia-Ukraine war and all, there was no proper availability of food grains. So India thought if we export in future, we may not get food to give it to our people. So India did not export, and we have huge stocks of wheat and rice. Because of that, the prices have also come down. Inflation has also reduced, is what it is trying to talk about, guys. Yeah. Apart from this, China is having certain COVID issues that are going on still. See, guys, along with India, there are many other countries which supply cotton. And when we are looking at India specifically, then we are observing that, in India, there is 1.15 lakh to 1.3 lakh bales which are coming out per day. But the problem is rates are very high. Indian cotton is extremely costly compared to other countries. So globally, Indian cotton demand has reduced. Fine. Globally, Indian cotton demand has actually reduced. So guys, these are some of the things that we had to see in this particular article. Thank you.